I have a great pleasure to speak with Maxine from London. Maxine, she's a professional dancer, choreographer, and teacher, and she also runs her own entertainment company called Unika Dance Events. So, Maxine, you have a very interesting career. Can you share a little bit more about your background, how you became who are you today, and what is your story?
Okay, my story. Okay, so my background is I'm a professional dancer. That's probably where it all began. Doing TV, stage, and film. Traveled all over the world, and I just always had a passion for the arts. I was literally that kid from young who loved to perform and express, whether that was through talking, dancing, moving, acting. I was always like that way inclined. Yeah, it's been about 11 plus years now, and yeah, just worked with some of the biggest celebrities on X Factor, Britain's Got Talent. I've worked with Neo, JLS, Little Mix, done loads of films as well. Just so much. It's been amazing. So. That's kind of me. And then I went into starting my own dance entertainment company, just because I needed a new challenge. I wanted something to really push me and something different. And I wasn't happy in the situation that I was in. I was in a dance company and I just didn't feel like I could really express myself. So, yeah. I kind of was like, okay, let me start my own thing, which was really scary, the day-to-day runnings of the business. And you get to learn so much about yourself, and I think it was the transition of being a creative artist into, okay, being a business person. And, it's a different mindset. So having to really switch that was definitely a journey. Yeah, it was amazing. And then even within my company, I got to just work with some incredible brands. So I create dance entertainment experiences for corporate events, private parties and weddings, and I've been doing that for about 5 going on 6 years, and I've worked with some really incredible brands and been able to travel all over the UK and just really put together some really great shows and entertainment, and just to really exercise my own creativity, as opposed to me having to learn steps. It was me actually putting together, a show, and yeah.
You mentioned that you started your dance career relatively late, like you were in your 21 years old when you start professional career. Like, how that can be possible? Like, I know many people dancer who actually finish the career when they are 21, and you just started at that time. So tell us a little more about that experience.
So true. So here's the thing. I always had. It was always very evident and obvious that I had a talent for dancing. That's for sure. Even from young in school, my teachers were very kind of like, okay, yeah, she, loves that whole kind of creative dancing movement element. Even in my church, it was the same way. But it wasn't something that was necessarily encouraged at home. It wasn't discouraged, but it wasn't really encouraged. And so I just was like, well, maybe I didn't know whether I could have a career in dance or what that would look like for me. And then I literally just made a decision, because it was always calling me. I would do other little bits and pieces here and there, trying to find my way. But, it was always calling me, like, Maxine, really pursue this, dancing thing. I was working full time as a receptionist in my late teens. I think it was maybe 18 or 19, and I did a course at a community college, Morley College, and I did ballet, jazz and contemporary. It was like an adult class, and it was just like for a year, just like a little kind of certificate to say, just to learn the basics of dance. And in that class, particularly my ballet teacher was like, you've really got something. And again, my other teachers were like, yeah, you could really, if you want to, Maxine, you could really go all the way. And I was like, really? Like, there is a possibility for that for me, kind of thing. So I actually just made a decision, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And it was the most scariest thing, but there was almost a level of, okay, yeah, I'm doing this. But I went to another college where they specifically train young adults who want to go into the dance industry, and I worked freaking hard. I had to. I mean, I knew I had a level of talent. I was always kind of, was always told that. But when you really kind of begin to take, something that was a dream and really start actually applying, goals to it and tasks and really making it a reality, you kind of realize, okay, there's a load of work to do. I was going to say shit ton of work. I don't know if you're allowed to swear on here, but yeah, you're just like, oh, I've really got to put in the work, because I'm literally going against, people who have been doing ballet since they were 3. And here I am coming along with all this passion and talent, and train it, and that required a level of discipline that was hard for me.
You didn't have any injury in that period of time?
Didn't have any not any major injuries, except for one. I had, there was 2 major injuries. So before I actually decided to be a dancer, I dislocated my knee just before a big show that I was going to do in my church, and that was a really big to my spirit. I think I was around 16 years old. That was tough. And then when I was in professional, like I was in a musical theatre school. So in my 2nd year, I dislocated the same knee again, doing like a big kick layout. And I was out for about a good 3-4 months. And that was tough. That was hard. And I had little injuries in between that. I'd like injured my hamstring or things like that. But even with all of that, I was still able to kind of, okay, rehabilitate myself and, get out there.
Congratulations. This is amazing, like that you succeed to compete with all these young men and women who were in dancing at that point of time. And yes, so tell us, so you did the transformation first when you were 21, and then again, you decided to move and start doing something by yourself. So how was that experience, and how this previous experience actually helped you to go through this new transformation? And then we're going to talk about the last transformation, which is, I think, happening right now in 2020 because of everything.
Yeah. So that transition was an interesting one, and it was a hard one, but a necessary one. So I was in a dance company at the time, but I actually absolutely loved, and I was in there for a good few years. And it just got to a point where I just felt like I was questioning a lot of things, like, okay, do I really still want to dance anymore? What do I really want to do? I was just getting slightly bored. I was feeling frustrated. I was feeling just suffocated, but I didn't know what that would look. I didn't know what the next stage was for me, And it was my partner at the time was like, well, why don't you just start your own thing? And I was like, no. I'm a dancer. That's what I do. I turn up, I perform, starting my own business, it just seemed like no way. And, he was like, I'm going to help you, and he did. He helped me in the initial stages in terms of just really breaking free and we just going for it. And it was hard. I would say the first year, I think I had a certain perception of how I thought, running a business would look like, and it wasn't like that at all. And I had to do a lot of learning and relearning, unlearning rather, in terms of, okay, if I'm going to make this work, I've got to learn a lot of other skills outside of, dancing and putting together choreography. I have to really learn about real business stuff.
How this year impact on everything on your business? I know you are qualified now as a life coach and that you are a professional trainer. Yes. So how is everything with your business in 2020?
2020, I have to say, for me, has been probably one of the most incredible years for me, in all the ways that you wouldn't necessarily think. Obviously with everything that's going on, it's horrible in terms of, what has kind of been happening and has happened. But for me personally, it's just been a real opportunity for me to slow down. I'm very much a go, 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 push, push, push. What's the next goal? What's the next thing? You know, kind of a gal. And this year has really kind of given me the opportunity to really slow down. And it's funny because the first part of the year, I was like, January, February, March, it was like, yeah, 2020, go, go, go. And then from March, the first lockdown that we had, I had to just really kind of pull the brakes and everything. And it was challenging, but in a way, once I embraced the fact that this is what it is, I can't change anything, it's out of my control. What can I do? Actually, certain opportunities started popping up, and also it was a really great opportunity for me to go within and just really kind of check in with myself in terms of, okay, what am I doing? Am I really making the kind of impact I really want? Am I really living the lifestyle that is fulfilling to me? You know, you just ask those certain questions that you wouldn't necessarily ask had I just kept going. You get up, let's go, da, da, da. It was like, okay, actually, you know, you just kind of begin to ask these kind of questions when, you know, shit hits the fan and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, you know. So for me, it just kind of made me kind of think about, in terms of my business, okay, how do I really want to serve my clients? You know, yes, I can put together great shows and make incredible memories and, you know, give people an incredible experience that they will always remember and always, you know, and never forget, and all of this stuff, and bring people together. But it just really gave me an opportunity, okay, how can I go even deeper with that? And how can I scale in terms of the kind of impact that I can make? And also, you know, just in light of everything that's happening right now, people's, you know, mental health, physical health, you know, people feeling disconnected, all of these type of stuff is now coming out. Well-being is really being put at the forefront, not just for myself personally, but just for so many of us. And it's just kind of made me think, okay, I really want to contribute healthy, holistic and fulfilling place, you know, in light of everything that's going on. And how can I use my talents and skills to do that? Does that make sense?
So Maxine, how do you serving your clients right now, like and who are the people who are serving with your talent, with your classes? I know you have this qualification that you can be the life coach, and how you're using your previous experience, how that helped you to serve people.
At the moment, I'm working a lot with a lot of young people. I'm doing a lot of stuff with the University of East London, just in terms of like guiding, mentoring and coaching them in terms of the creative industries and how you can kind of carve your own career in that industry, which has been really great, really fulfilling, really fun. And I really enjoy that. And then just also in terms of what I'm creating at the moment is something digital that, you know, women can get access to that will kind of, you know, get you out of your head and in tune with your body and yourself. You know, I definitely feel like, you know, we can overthink things, we can feel a bit stuck, we can, you know, just get into our heads, especially as, you know, business people. We're constantly strategic and thinking blah, blah, blah. And actually, you know, being able to unlock your creativity and, you know, really tuning into your energy, how that can actually open up so much doors for you. And that's essentially what I am creating, I've created in terms of
and I'm aware that now is like the third lockdown in London already, like, and how do you reach out to the people? You mentioned University of London and young people, but how you can reach out to them, or how you communicate with them? Is that online course?
Yeah, social media. Yeah, so I have an online group. It's a private group on Facebook. It's targeted for women who are in business, who kind of want to just really thrive in this time, you know, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And yeah, I love it. It's called Body Vibes. the entrepreneurial wellness space. So feel free to join that. And in that group, I kind of like just, talk about all things, wellness and how we can, look after ourselves, so we can really show up at our very best in our business and our personal life.
So for those people who are watching this video and who might be interested to understand better what you do, what is the best way to reach out to you? To join that Facebook group or contact you directly? Mm-hmm.
So they can contact me directly. My email is info@unikadance.com, or you can join the Facebook group. It's called Body Vibes. Feel free to join the Facebook group. And there's a couple of questions, and all the stuff. We do a lot of bits and pieces in there. Got some stuff coming out that's going to be super awesome.
And my last question is, when you realize what you already achieved so far, like amazing career as a professional dancer, and then you become business owner, and now you're helping other people, young people, to do the same. How do you look on that kind of events from this perspective, with this experience? Was that actually necessary to have experience with all those challenges you faced in your life, in your career?
Yeah, I think when I think back on some of the really intense challenges, I know looking back that it was necessary for me, for those to go through those things in order to be who I am and where I am right now. And I can honestly say who I am and where I am right now is fucking awesome. And I wouldn't know, but really I know, but I can only really appreciate this present time now, who I am now, because of everything that I went through. And it's weird because when you're at the time, when you're in it, you just can't see the wood through the trees. You just think, I can't see, and actually the things that may appear completely out of order actually is in divine order, to kind of, prepare you for the next great thing in your life.
This was Maxine. She's our new member, and if you're interested in how to dance, how to be a professional dancer, or how to do creative work, please be free to reach out to her. And if you like this video, please share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And Maxine, thank you very much for sharing your story, for sharing your journey. I really enjoy and hope to see you soon in our community. And also I invite people who like what you just shared to join your community as well. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.